right? So a monster is something that society points out there. Like trans people are monsters. People are monsters. Right? Something that society points out and says, like, look, different, treat them different. Like, these people are monsters. So he's a monster right after this. And I was like just coming to my training identity. I was looking for anything almost or deep. It was gonna be an name, so I did that right. But then I met this character and I was like, yeah.
Like this?
Yeah, like garden. Yeah. Pretty young. And then go like that. But anyway, but now I pick coffee to get it.
What does cactus mean?
It just sounds like a flower, but I don't think it is. It might be, but I don't think it is. But it just sounds nice.
It does sound nice.
That's what's great. I play a lot of D&D, and so obviously French, right? And so like I'm used to thinking of names. Actually, for real, I have names that I put like all my stuff. So like, just names.
These are names for
Yes, I'm not changing my name. Although Killdeer would be a cool name. That's a bird. A Killdeer.
I've heard.
The ones who voted in favor of it were like, this doesn't shut down their ability to see. They want you to go back in the park. Senators, cursing, so they're not going to council, there's no. Instead, I think it's interesting to find out the city attorney what's being asked and legislation. Council seems like they're all behind the legislation. That's right. So. I don't know either. And they didn't stop. So I don't know. They stopped the second one. What's the second one? They stopped the
Looks like it works to me. I'm doing well. How are you? I understand why.
We went through the whole process so that
Yeah,
when they complain to us about
I'm planning on.
forcing financially,
I didn't get to see what happened when the hockey team came in. Was it a
we went through the
like a
process
lengthy?
that
Our like on the agenda items, which they had told us they were going to do the first thing when we came in. They told us that the hockey team would arrive, but
Can I
they
record
paused
you?
us. Yeah, they paused everything, and then they.
So the hockey team was allowed to interrupt the public comments on the
agenda items, I think 8, 9, 10, and 11.
right in the middle of it all.
They
Oh yeah,
told
that's
us,
right.
They basically told us that the hockey team was playing lacrosse and that they wanted to recognize them, and so that when they showed up, they would pause, have us leave the chamber, have them come in, and so essentially trade it out. But the issue is that, like, you know, after every comment, we were silent. We followed the rules in the chamber, and then we made one amount of noise, and she calls for a recess every single time.
Right.
But for hockey, we can clap. That's allowed.
A lot of cheers for hockey.
We cheer for hockey. And in the last meeting, I don't know if you got the recording of that, she said when the person was talking about delivering babies, the 911 dispatcher, which like, amazing job, that's to be celebrated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her comment was, that is so beautiful, that's so great. Real lives that matter.
Right.
And they paused public comment on the act of genocide to congratulate a hockey team. So apparently we can show up and be present and clap and cheer for hockey, but not for like, how many thousand lives? Over 30,000 lives. We can't make any noise for that.
Who is clapping when the hockey team
Well, you're allowed
finished?
to clap for hockey, right? That's allowed. But if we clap,
Right, because they're cheerleading for the hockey team.
you get pictures.
But it's also not a city function. The Demons hockey team. It's a Durango School District 9R function, isn't it?
I mean, like, that's great, cool. We celebrate the kids, you know, good job. Community involvement. We want to celebrate their that's great. But the censorship of who can and cannot go over their time
Is hypocritical.
Right.
There's so many discrepancies that are so blatant.
The children also don't have legs to play hockey with, or arms. You know, it's like they just don't see us, they don't hear us. You know, they haven't heard anything that we said the entire time, because every time we laid out very, very, very good, clear case. Nothing.
They also, I noticed the city council walked out en masse at the end of the comments about the resolution at the last meeting. As soon as everybody made their comments about the resolution, they all took a recess. They all got up and walked out.
So what she said at the beginning of comment was, please hold your applause till the end. We did that. And the minute that we applauded, she was like, recess, and called a recess, which we actually did what she told us to do. Hold your applause till the end.
Right?
Yeah.
There is one there.
I was so worried that was gonna happen. Oh, I thought you were gonna get
Doris, keeping the swine in line. EJ 74. So Durango City Council just took a recess after some people were clapping for comments.
All right, everybody be really good. Children be very good.
So every time that one breaks, I sew a new one.
Mine is already in school as a child, and I lose the entire shirt off.
I just kept cutting the tags out, and I was like, okay, are you like,
We're going to resume from recess and try to continue with public participation. I'm going to ask for everyone's cooperation and participation in letting us get through this smoothly and respectfully. So let's try again, Ben.
Thank you, Mayor. The next individual is Katya Speaker, and that will be followed by Christina Thorberg.
My name's Katya Speaker. I'm a Durango resident. And I'd just like to take a moment to share with you, sorry, I'm a little fuzzy right now because a group of us are using our energies here today. We've been fasting from sunup to sundown for Ramadan in honor of those in Palestine. So I want to take a second to just invite the folks in the lobby to come sit behind me who've been working on this for the last 5 months. So anyone in the lobby who wants to come in and join me and sit behind me so you're not blocking anyone's view. So I think it goes without saying that there's quite a bit of disappointment in this group of people right now. I'm sure quite a few of us probably did vote for some of you. I want to thank Councilor Woodruff for your vote. And it's true that a lot of us have been gathering every Sunday at Buckley Park to march. We have state and federal representatives, congresspeople. We're organizing a teach-in to help educate our community about this issue. We have a book club that meets every couple of weeks. So I want to paint that picture for you because it's not just what you're seeing at the meetings here. We're doing a lot in this community, and we do see a lot of our members of this community, as well as those who maybe don't organize with us, who are deciding to participate, but are also very much affected by this issue. They're Jewish, they're Palestinian, they really, really care about this issue. I'd also like to say that it's really unfortunate there are other counselors across the country that are standing up for this, and it's really disappointing. So, Free Palestine.
Free Palestine.
The next speaker is Christina Thorburn, and that's going to be followed by Jody Underwood.
My comment is actually for 11.2, so I just like to re-emphasize what Kathy said, so we please well as keep it earlier. There's a lot that you don't see every 2 weeks that everybody here is doing, and a lot of people are doing. And I would urge you to do the same. I would actually welcome you to come to the teach-in and learn something. And the last thing I'd like to say is just to thank Dave, Councilor Woodruff. It's a brave thing to do. And it requires bravery, it requires looking up and sitting in your discomfort because it's uncomfortable. And I urge you to push through that discomfort because it sucks. But on the other side is change. That's what we're pushing. Change is uncomfortable. It requires bravery. And I commend you for doing it.
Sorry, thank you for your comments.
Next will be Jody Underwood, followed by Jamie Bechtel.
I really just signed up because I didn't know about, I didn't know which one I was gonna do, but I'm just very disappointed in all of you, that's all. Free Palestine, ceasefire now.
Free Palestine, ceasefire now.
And the next speaker is Jamie Bechtel, followed by Whitney Lee.
I will always cheer for a child who has triumphed over something, and so I want you to know I genuinely clapped for your son. I genuinely clapped for those boys because they deserve it. They deserve to be recognized for their accomplishment. And I just want you to know, as a human being, I was late to the conversation about what's happening on the other side of the world. I was. And I was busy, I'm a teacher, I was just wrapped up in my own life, and that's completely valid. But then I started to pay attention, and it started to change me. And I started to see children, and I couldn't unsee it. So you mentioned that you haven't dug into this topic, and I'm speaking to you, Mayor Buell, and anyone else that identifies with not having dipped your toe in or looked or challenged yourself to look at the photos or to understand the implications of what's happening there and how international law is being just ignored, and the lives of children, the lives of schools. As an educator, seeing how many schools and universities have been destroyed there, that is what hits me. The children hit me. That's my pain point, is children. And I don't know how old your kids are, if they're in high school or middle school, but I work in middle school, and right now, as per state standards, kids are learning about the Holocaust, and they're reading books like Night by Elie Wiesel and Elephants in the Garden, and they're having these difficult conversations, and they're going on the UNHCR, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees website, and they're looking at refugees around the world, and they're doing reports on that. And just to walk, this is where it's happening, like the children are engaging in these difficult conversations that are going to spark them towards individual conviction to want to do something someday. They're gonna see what's happening, and they're gonna want, some of them, not all, some of them are gonna wanna do something. And so, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, you already did it, but I just, as a human being, I want to implore you to please engage with this topic. I know you're busy, but please, 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 just look into this topic. Please come to our teach-in on the 25th at the library. Just come, be open. That's all I ask. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment.
And Mayor, there are 4 individuals left, and Whitney Lee is next.
Thank you, Ben.
My name is Whitney Lee. I am a resident of Durango. I'm speaking in disappointment of the resolution that you just passed, and obviously in support of a ceasefire resolution that will now never happen unless we repeal someday the resolution that you just passed. I'm disappointed that you have insinuated and directly stated that this community members that have spoken in favor of the ceasefire resolution do not care about issues that directly impacts this community. The only reason that this movement in Durango has gained any traction is because of a program that meets in Buckley Park to provide resources to vulnerable populations, predominantly the homeless population. It is work that you have made harder when you shut down Purple Cliffs and gave those people no other options.
Yeah.
You probably think that we don't care about issues of this community because you do not understand the power of collective liberation. I also want to say that I do not believe that liberation ever comes from trying to appeal to the moral sense of those who are in power, no matter at what level. It always comes through the collective gathering and power of communities. But I'm glad that we tried this route, because now when we do force the hand of our elected officials, we can say that we tried everything that we could.
And Mayor, next we have Nayland Sarr, and that'll be followed by Lee Dean.
Hello, my name is Nolan Sauer. I am not a resident. I am a college student at Fort Lewis College. I would only like to speak about 11.2. I would like to highlight the fact that, as the city attorney said, when he was explaining the resolution, this was already a limited forum. Hate speech was already restricted in this space. Now it is simply a more limited forum, and using very vague language that I, as many of the other people in this room have already stated, feels like it could unintentionally restrict things that perhaps otherwise the council would like to speak on. I think that Councilor Woodruff was correct in saying that what ultimately this has done is made many of the people in this community feel more distant from their government, the local government as well as the higher levels of government who already are failing to listen to us. And again, the resolution 11.2 is different from the ceasefire resolution. I would like to highlight that you all could have continued to refuse to pass the ceasefire resolution without passing 11.2. You are already doing this. You could have continued to do this. And I understand. Okay, I think that it can, some of what we've said feels very likely like an attack. And I do not wish to attack you. I think that it makes sense that you have your own understanding of your role as elected officials, but I think that 11.2 is, okay, sorry. Yes, legally, constitutionally, it was fully in line with your powers as a local city council, but I don't believe that it was in line with the spirit, the feeling of freedom of speech in this country. I understand why you passed it, again, but I really don't think it was a wise choice. And I think that I personally am disappointed in this, and I know that many others are as well. And but yes, I would like to say that I hope that all of us here have always stood against hate speech and have always agreed that hate speech was never allowed in this limited form. And that's not what we were pushing for. So thank you all for your time. Thank you for listening. Have a lovely day. Thank you.
And Mayor, the next individual is Lee Dean, and that's going to be followed by Ramona Gaylord, who is online.
The people that I really want to talk to are my fellow community members. I do feel in some ways as you are members of the community, I feel connected to you as humans. I do not feel any connection to you as city council members. I have already, since October 7th, I am a changed person, and I don't know anybody who has seriously considered what's going on and not be a changed person. Muslim lives matter, Arab lives matter, Black lives matter, Indigenous lives matter. And that's who we are standing for. I'm really only here with a vision of unity with community. And that's what I've really gained. And I've gained friends, and I've gained people to feel all the emotions with anger and incredible frustration with something that I really, really believed as this moral ideal of our nation that I have lost trust in. All the things that we're doing, I don't think mean anything without this, without a foundation of what is our value. And really what is being spoken to me by what our city attorney said about this is a business meeting. We run our city as a business, is that our government is a business. That we are a capitalist, colonialist nation that that is not standing for peace and understanding what we are as a community.
And Mayor, the last individual is Ramona Gaylord, who is online.
Yeah, I signed up too, way before the general public comment period.
Yeah. I also signed up. It said submitted.
I followed your rules.
Ramona should be able to speak now.
Thank you, Ramona. Ramona, can you hear us? Ramona, are you with us online? Have we promoted her?
Yes, ma'am.
Can someone that got skipped speak?
Ramona, do you hear us? Okay, I'm sorry, I believe that Ramona was actually wanting to speak about item number 17. I've spoken with her on the phone prior to this. She
Who's in the chat? Anybody in the chat?
Barbara knows what the name of the mayors. We have, so that's, so she, you know, everything's true. I said, make a choice. No matter what choice you make.
So the city council meeting is almost over. All the public comments have happened that were going to happen. Right now, they're in the city council is in executive session, but the city council just passed a resolution that would prohibit them from passing any legislation about matters of international public concern or international political controversy, or any legislation about ideological or religious topics, I believe it was. And then the resolution also would exclude any topics that were, well, the resolution would allow topics that pertain to City of Durango business. So there's a bunch of public comments that just happened. I signed up for public comment before the public commenting started on a tablet out in the hall. And then when public comments began, throughout the entire public comment portion, they did not allow me to comment at all. They didn't announce my name as one of the public commenters. James Freeman, yeah. What happened is the city council here just passed a resolution that would prohibit them from passing any legislation of about matters of international political controversy. So I signed up for the general public comment. I wasn't going to talk about that particular agenda topic. And then when all the general public comments were happening, they never called my name, even though I signed up on the tablet out in the hallway. They require that you sign up for the general public comments in the lobby, which I did, and then they never called my name. And they said that I don't know what their excuse was, but I tried to ask Ben Flooring, the chief deputy clerk, why they wouldn't let me talk during public comments, even though I'd signed up. Ben Flooring wouldn't talk to me. The chief put his hands on me, and then the chief tried to kick me out of the city hall chambers where I'm at right now, saying that the public wasn't allowed in here, even though these guys right here, those guys are public. And then the chief told me that I was not a member of the press and that the press has to be licensed. Durango Police Department Chief Bob Brammer said that the press in Colorado has to be licensed. That's what he said. And my stream died during a lot of that, but I got it all on camcorder and Insta360. So yeah, it was crazy. It was ridiculous. James, I'm so glad you joined. If you were here to see what happened at the end, you would have been outraged. I'm not here to take a stand on the conflict in Gaza, in that war. What's up, Standing Tall? Thanks for joining. So I just wanted to say that the city council should be allowed to pass legislation on matters of international political concern or political controversy, specifically because we source. Yeah, totally, James. Wait till you see the video of that. Sorry my stream died. My battery wasn't connected properly with the cord, so my stream died during that, but general public's still in here. Okay, now the general public. Now I'm maybe the last person of the general public in here. So, to be licensed in the state of Colorado? Like what political grounds you have for that?
Association of things. It's not fake news like you are.
So what law is that says that this?
Are you done now?
What law says that? Can you tell me? Who licenses the press in Colorado? No, they don't. That's not a government entity. So the press think, so Bob Brammer thinks that the Colorado Press Association licenses journalists in Colorado. That's how ignorant he is. That's crazy. Did he just try to lock this door? Is that what I saw? This door's not locked. Well, there's an executive session going on. So the people are still allowed in council chambers here. Yeah, he was really nasty, wasn't he? Huntington Township Watch. Yeah, sorry. Yep, we do, James. Yeah, we got a Sony camcorder and a Insta360 going. So I think I got Chief touching me, putting his hands on me. It's pretty stormy out.
Oh my gosh!
Well, I can't do a FOIA during after hours. Well, besides that, FOIA isn't the records law here, it's CORA, called Open Records Act.
It's really awesome.
Exactly, James. Buffer on and out.
Anyway, it was fun. It was really fun. And now
Oh yeah?
I can't remember.
If you think about it, just message me.
I don't think this meeting is technically over. There's still an executive session, and people should at least be allowed in council chambers. They haven't officially ended the meeting, but here they are. They've got a locked door during the public meeting. So this chief is lawless.
Oh, the SAI.
Totally lawless.
Yeah, not the estimated pay.
But he did get that because he went up
He did.
for his email, so
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and what's happening now is pretty much no schools can even pull in passive records yet because of the Department of Ed. You know, because there's something, you know, because the government.
The city council meeting has not ended. We're at the Durango City Hall
So, of course I have to blame.
in Durango, Colorado.
But no, they're basically.
Totally. Violation of the Colorado open meetings law right here, guys.
Basically, like, the DOE just hire and allow. Right, or incremental. Yeah, bold, bold
I think if they were planning on doing it, they should have like had it set up and enough like 2 years of that whole planning process.
Yeah.
Instead of, they did, but I don't know.
So we're at City Hall in Durango, Colorado, at the City Council chambers. Well, this is the public lobby that you're looking at right here. And then behind those doors is the City Council chambers, where you can see the Bob Brammer, police chief, in there. You can see me.
Especially if you got the SAI number and you did one.
Lock yourself out, so.
Why is the door locked during a
It's on
city council meeting?
It's on a timing mechanism.
Well, time, place, and manner, right? I mean, we're in a.
They're still in executive session, so they haven't come back yet, so.
Why? That doesn't make sense. Why would you lock the door to a city hall during a city council meeting? Is that not a violation of the open meetings law?
It's scheduled to end at 8:30. Okay, so that's why it was scheduled on a time lock, because the person that schedules that is here. So that part's done, you're back in, they'll be back in executive session.
Well, they haven't officially ended the meeting
I
yet.
know, that's what I'm saying, that's why you're here. Okay.
Are you locking this door too?
No, this door's not locked. And as soon as they come back in, which I think they're getting ready to re-adjourn, you can come back in.
So Bob Brammer has just let me back into the lobby here. So this is the municipal court clerk's window here. Got a TV for viewing the meeting when there's too many people to fit in city council chambers. And we've got a cashier's window here for people making payments and such. And then there was a tablet over here that I signed in on when I got here before public comment started. And amazingly, they did not let me make a public comment during the public comments portion of the meeting, even though I signed up following their rules.
They turns it off, so chat's back in.
I think you got turned on, yeah, you want to double check it. It looks like Gilda signed on as a guest to be a promoter and analyst.
I have to go home and write comments for LPA board meeting for tomorrow morning. At 8 a.m. I'm speaking about energy limitations on restricted solar as we speak. I'm really prepared for that. Okay, are we all back? Gilda's back? Gilda's back, okay. All right, we're all back. I will reconvene the meeting. At 8:43 p.m., for the record, Durango City Council met in executive session to discuss the purchase, acquisition, lease, sale, or transfer of an interest in real property located at 166 East matters. Negotiations, no decisions were made. Individuals present in the executive session were Scott Shine, Councilor David Woodruff, Mark Morgan, Mayor Pro Tem Jessica Buell, Aaron Hyder, Eva Henson, Councilor Yazzie, myself, Melissa Youssef, and Jose Manderville. If anyone who participated in the executive session believes that discussion went beyond the proper scope of the executive session, please state your objections now. Seeing none, the next item on the agenda is 17.2. Do I have a motion from council?
I'll make a motion to authorize staff to execute all necessary documents to acquire the real property located at 166 East 33rd Street as discussed in executive session.
Second.
I will open it up for public comment. Is there anyone who would like to comment on this item live or virtually?
And Mayor, I think you indicated Ramona Gaylord wanted to talk.
All right.
17.2, if she's still in attendance, so she'll.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Hello, you are live on our meeting, and we're opening our public comment. You have 3 minutes, please.
I have it. Thank you very much for this opportunity, honorable city council members. This is Ramona Gaylord, and my comment is about item number 17.1 in the executive session, where you guys have already discussed the workforce housing unit at 166 East 33rd Street, and specifically requiring acquisition, sale, or transfer of interest. And I just wanted you to know that our daughter Soleil Gaylord, she's 23, and she has accepted and begun a job in Durango, and starting last month, and she's starting out her career, plans to be in Durango for the foreseeable future. She's ready to buy this unit as her first house, and we are asking the city of Durango not purchase this condo and leave it to the workforce deed restriction for Soleil to buy. We have signed and completed the contract for purchase today with Heather Dawson at Agave, just dependent upon what your guys' decision is, and we're ready to proceed with the purchase. And if the intention of the city was to provide housing for local professionals, this is exactly what we think your intention was, and so we are asking that the city not buy this property and allow Soleil the opportunity to buy it. And thank you so much for your consideration, your kind consideration, and all you do for the town of Durango. And that's Ramona, Kent, and Soleil Gaylord speaking for all of this. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll close the public comment and we'll have council discussion.
It's a little bit of an unusual situation, but I can clarify that if there's a signed contract with another buyer, the direction you're getting is we just can't execute on it, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. If that deal falls through for some reason, a successful motion would allow you guys to go forward with the purchase. But like I said, if it's already in the contract, the sheet represented and the financing comes through and everything else, you would be able to use the authorization you got tonight to go forward and follow as a backup buyer.
I'm not sure I see Ramona. I'm hoping that Ramona understands that, and that she could hear you clearly, in the mic. But
If she's first in line, she's first in line. In our motion, even though we're city, it doesn't give us any advantage in buying the property. We're just another buyer. And if she's first in line, she's first in line, we can second.
okay. Understood. So if there's a purchase contract already on the property, then that would have first.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's something I'm not seeing, I'm just saying that the motion you're passing tonight would not interfere with any private sale, as I understand it tonight, and it should be interpreted that way. Contract is a contract. Correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's very helpful for everyone to understand. Any other council discussion? May we have a roll call, please?
Mayor Houston,
Yes.
Councilor Yazzie,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Buell,
Yes.
and Councilor Woodruff. Yes.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Meeting is adjourned.
Good evening.
Thank you all, appreciate it.
Thank you. Yes.
Have a good night.
Thanks, Sammy. As you just saw, some lawlessness. Total lawlessness here at Durango City Council chambers. Chief Bob Brammer, that's what he said. That's basically what he said. Hey, Mayor Pro Tem, do you want to tell me, my viewers, why you won't let me make public comments when I follow the rules? All right, guys, I'm gonna kill this stream. I'm getting out of here. The police are inside, conspiring against me with the city attorney. So I'm gonna go home. This meeting's over. Press for transparency.